Hey guys, this video I'm going to make a short review of the new Systema Infinity kit. I was very lucky to get this one, so I thought it would be nice to show it off. Overall, of course, the most interesting part is this in-gearbox brushless motor. I already assembled this and it's not that easy to take it off, so I will just talk about it like this. You can find photos online. I can post some links down in the description, but generally I will just speak about the issues I have had so far. Overall, the kit is very well made, as to be expected. Okay, it comes with a box, hard foam layers on the inside. Right now I just have my old Systema internals on the inside, like tiny electronics and motor. So the kit includes some tools. It comes with two of these. I will show you what these are for. It comes with a motor replacement, which just insert here, that has 4 steel rods that you can still use your old Systema grip, or you can remove the screw in the middle and use a mil-spec grip. I think that's the idea behind this. The montage is same as the Systema gearbox. I did not have any issue. I didn't have to grind anything. I didn't have to do anything. It's pretty much drop in. Now, a couple things that indeed bothered me was I do feel like they chipped out a couple places. Considering how expensive this thing was, it's kind of a shame. But first, the selector, it's super stiff. This is after I have grinded they have a selector plate sort of thing now. This is after I have grinded the sharp corners, and it's still super hard to turn. Now let's try to, oops, sorry. Yeah, that one piece, the screws, every screw here is tiny, and I do mean tiny. Good thing they included the tools, because it was hard to find the size that is needed. Look how tiny the key is to turn these screws. It looks like it has ambidextrous, but in reality, with how stiff the fire selector is, you can't really use it. You actually need both sides to work it if you don't want to break anything. If I twist just one side, it's actually super stiff. So what I try to do is I use both hands to do it, and I will show you why you cannot really use this one alone. One more to go. There we go. Okay. Remove this plate and this thing here. I used to think it was a solid steel piece. Okay, here's the smart part. This is what this thing is used for. You put the left side in, and this thing just locks it in the tiny slot. That's how it locks. And this piece here, let me see if I can push it out, or is it jammed in there? Should be in the middle position. Oh yes, here we go. Should be in the middle. Here we go. This is actually just a bent steel piece, and if you, with how stiff things are, you can actually twist it. You can actually twist this piece. So I absolutely advise to use it both selecting at the same time, and do not try to just, God, this is stiff. This is so stiff. Apart from that, the gearbox since this thing, the biggest advantage is the brushless for a couple reasons. First would be you have a really fast trigger response, but that's also because it precogs. So since it's pre-cooked, you kind of expect that. And you don't really have ways to release that because the programmer haven't came out yet, and this one came without the programmer, which means no adjustment whatsoever. I mean, it is a very pricey kit. Back then when I got this, I gotta say, they thought about everything, and it is very satisfactory to put all these tiny pieces together. Also, I like the, Systema with the motor in the grip. They always advise you to not hold the gun totally on the grip because Systema motor heads, they break quite often. Maybe not quite often. I'm sure some of you snobs are gonna say, hey, I used one for 10 years and nothing happened. Okay, well. Anyways, this one, for me, the most important part is with what is happening in this gearbox is you don't have the bevel gear. The bevel gear is replaced by the motor. The motor is the bevel gear in that position, and the motor will directly interact with I guess the sun gear. Then you have the regular planetary gears inside the sector. Same design. Okay, let me just tie this up. Tighten this a little bit. I need to screw glue this because if I tighten this to the max, okay, this is the other key. So if I tighten this, it doesn't turn anymore. Sort of, it's even worse. Yeah, I have to just find the position and screw lock that. Every other function of the system is preserved. Empty bolt lock, all that. Yep. So in this gun, there is no pinion and bevel engagement. So this gun is extremely quiet. I will just connect 11.1 here, so we can. Okay. Listen to that. It's just a regular motor spinning. It's amazing. If only, out of the box, the thing is really weak. They do include this really beautiful stainless steel cylinder. You can see the machine mark is not very clean on the inside. I mean, this kit costs 1,000 euros right now. It just goes with a motor, gearbox, selector. I mean, everything is included. It's like ambidextrous, if you call this ambidextrous. Conversion kit with motor, with electronics. The electronics is really nice. It doesn't have the big MOSFET anymore, and you can actually fit a regular M4 battery really deep inside. No issue at all. It comes with a very short. It's a DSG, by the way. For you that don't know, it's a DSG, and they really made the outer barrel short. Yeah, standard Systema type hole pop chamber, adjust by the Allen key, and you can see the barrel. It's enlarged there, and it has a really deep chamfer. See the shiny part? The shiny part is where the inner barrel starts. Like after that is a big crown chamfer. So that's like, okay, let's see if I can get it. Yeah, so the crown goes around here. Yeah. To put into perspective, this is a MK23 inner barrel. Holy crap. So this is like a pistol length barrel. But the inner finish of that short length is absolutely fantastic. It's like edgy, it's mirror finish. Actually, I have no idea if this thing is a tight bore, what's the spec on it. And I couldn't chrono it because the O-ring on the chamber is too tight on this one, and it jams on every round. It couldn't chamber properly. Yes, it sucks on a gun that on a kit that costs this much. But I suppose Systema will iron it out, and the Systema has always been, you know, flinky. Put the cylinder in. I will just shoot this thing so you guys hear it. Since this thing has a pre-cocking, it actually has anti-reversal, so I cannot just forward this like normal Systema that can just turn any way I want. This one I actually have to do this. Set it flat. So not picking anything up. Pin it out. Okay. Put it on safe. The gun does sound very good, and if you have a suppressor, it will sound even better. Put out semi. This is just pre-cocking it. I don't know if the detection or the battery is low. Yeah, you can even hear the spring. Photo is very slow for DSG. It's like a typical, I would even say low-end AEG rate of fire. This is on 11.1 LiPos. But if I close off the nozzle end, it sounds fantastic. You cannot hear the gears, which I would say that's technically the biggest plus of this system. Of course, the grip that you can take real steel, I suppose, is what, you know, Systema wants, as realistic as possible. For me, overall, you have much better place to spend the money on this. It's cool to take a look at how it, like they manage to put like a brushless the size of a drone motor there. Is pretty amazing. I do think it's more trouble-free than the regular Systemas. I just never got the regular one to work properly. I had some malfunction when I put this thing together, but that could be the sensor or the pre-cocking. Let me connect the battery again, and we take another shot to see if it's the same. Yeah, it's just a sensor calibrating, I guess. It's fine now. I really dislike how stiff this is and how, if I turn this, I'm guaranteed to break. See, this is not even moving. I'm moving this side constantly, yeah, and that is not even moving. Even I'm like, I don't know, 30. I will break it before that thing starts to move. So not really useful on that. Yeah, so here it is. And come on, you could put this in your pen. I don't even have a DVD drive. So thanks for watching.